Hello everybody and welcome back to Sunshine Islands. It is the 12th day of winter. Not too far off from my last recording. I mostly just did a lot of mining and this video is going to be a little random. I've got lots of things that I can do, lots of things to talk about. So it's going to be a bit of a cluster of a bunch of different things. So, good news in the mine is that I finally was able to get past floor 25, which means that my next hurdle at this point is going to be floor 50. Which is okay, because I have very limited resources right now, and even getting to floor 35, even on an emulator reloading to save as much stamina as I could, I still pretty much blew through all the food that I had. And it probably took me about an hour to get down there and scour everything, and so it's a very time-consuming process. And I was rewarded with a whopping total of 12 gold for Lily. I gave her one yesterday, so we are at 11, but this was the item I was looking for. I was wanting to get past floor 25 to find gold ore for Lily. And it's a good thing I've got a couple of pieces to give her because I need a few days break from mining. So we now have a gift to give to her, which is excellent. And then of course I managed to pick up more adamantite and orichalcum, so all of that is good news. Made a lot of money. And the money is very, very useful because we've still got a lot of upgrades to get. Despite the fact that I spent about 15 grand the last time we recorded, it's like it never ends. There's always things to buy, always upgrades and items and all these things to get. It was sunny yesterday, which was nice. I was able to let the animals out. And it did help with mining because I didn't use up as much stamina. The weather is really odd because even if you're underground in the mine, the weather still seems to dictate how much stamina you drain, which is a little odd to me. But I didn't make the rules of this game, so what am I gonna do? I used up the extra stamina that I had left over yesterday for chopping branches, so my field is getting emptier and emptier of branches at the very least. I still have more stone here than I know what to do with. As you can very clearly see, I have lots and lots of stone. And I have more than enough lumber at the moment to, at the very least, pay for our barn. Our harvest sprites are waiting for us over at Gannon. So I'll get my weather prediction from Tarot. It's going to be a sunny day tomorrow, which is excellent. And then we would just kind of go about our business. I'm also going to stop in at Chen's this morning just to talk about a couple of things. I said in the last video when I had noticed Chen had the wonderful piece for sale, but I wasn't sure if the wonderful piece was really used for a whole lot. And as I discovered, the wonderful piece itself is used in one recipe, so you can give it to the cafe owner and she'll give you a recipe. It is used in a specific recipe for an item that is required to make the wonderfuls if you're cooking with them, and then once you go to cook the wonderful, you would need another wonderful piece. So if you're cooking specific colored wonderfuls in your kitchen, you will need a total of 2 wonderful pieces. I still think that $30,000 is really steep, but honestly, by the time you would get around to even think about cooking wonderfuls, you would probably have so much money that it wouldn't even matter. And then checking Chen's inventory, you can see he has no wonderful for sale today. And I don't know if I've mentioned it before, but there are these $10,000 tickets available to purchase, which seem a little bit weird. Why would I buy it and then sell it back to Chen? If you're having a hard time finding gifts for Lily, this is a gift that she likes. So if you, for some weird reason, just have so much money, you have oodles and oodles of cash, and you have no good thing to spend it on, you can literally buy Lily's love by buying these tickets and giving it to her. I experimented with the tickets myself, and she is pretty much the only villager in this entire game that likes them. Every single other villager, with the exception of Will, feels neutrally about them. So if you're thinking of maybe buying a bunch of those to impress all the villagers, don't do it because it won't work. Will won't like it. The only person that will like it is Lily. But I should be good with my gold now. I should be able to just give her the gold. But yeah, they really, really make her very hard to get gifts for and impress in this game. There are a couple of animal-related gifts that she likes that you can kind of give her from the farm, but again, you need all of the sort of makers and sheds and all those kind of tools and things that we haven't gotten yet in the game, as well as some animals, which we also don't have, so gold at the moment is sort of our best option. It is Sabrina's birthday today, so I'm going to definitely stop in and make sure to give her a gift. And I'm going to give Regis a gift too. As you can see, I have tons of moonstones and I have tons of amethyst. I've probably actually overdone it. I can probably sell some of this. But I will not be running out of gifts for those two anytime soon. So happy birthday, Sabrina. You're celebrating my birthday with me. Thank you. Oh, and it caused her heart color to change, which is even better. So now she's at a green heart. And I can now on screen, I think probably for the very first time, give Lily one of her really good gifts. I've given her a flower before that she liked, but I think that was a 300-point gift. So I'm not sure if her reaction to gold is going to be a little bit different, but I've got a few days worth of gold for her. And hopefully that'll be enough to start to increase her hearts. The things I do for heart events and completion and impressing all of these bachelorettes, I tell ya. It's interesting because Lily and Will are Sunshine Island specific characters. They're sort of... they're not even really hidden characters because Shay and the Witch Princess are the hidden characters, but, you know, it's kind of like they're really special because they're unique. But Will is so incredibly easy to impress, so I don't know why they made Lily so difficult to impress. It doesn't really make any sense to me, but... Anyways, we are here at Gannon's. I guess I should give him some material stone, and then I'm gonna buy the barn. So we get a 20-piece discount, and it's gonna cost us about $12,000, so that's not gonna be a problem. We'll just get Gannon to do that for us, and he will finish that tomorrow. Now, there is an axe with 3 slots, but I think I bought the axe last time. I think the axe I have has 2 slots. Yep, so I don't really need to look out for any tools at the moment. I think it was the hoe that we didn't buy because I didn't really need to. And a 1-slot hoe wasn't really worth it, so... That's all we'll do with Gannon today, and we will I'll check in with him tomorrow. And tomorrow is Thursday. It's going to be a nice, beautiful sunny day, so we should be able to check in with Mirabelle tomorrow as well and see what kind of animals that we can start to put into our barn. The next thing on my list for today is to raise an island, because I have so many sunstones, and I know I've mentioned it for a couple of videos now. I keep saying I'm going to do it. I just haven't really found a good time. But today is kind of just a random day of just getting a couple of things sort of wrapped up, so I think today is as good a day as any. What's Natalie doing here? Even in the snow, wow, she's out here with nothing on her arms. Alright, so we have 18 sunstones, which is only going to allow us to raise one island. We would need 2 more to be able to raise another one. So I'm going to start with Fruit Island. And Fruit Island is another island that's going to give us access to additional sort of crops. This is actually the island that we're going to use to grow trees. And I recommend getting this one early. And the reason that I recommend that is because trees take a very, very long time to grow. And you're only able to get fruit off of them for 1 season. And there are 2 sunstones related to trees, and they are probably the most tedious ones to get just because of the nature of growing trees in this game. There are so many things to learn about growing trees, and it's so frustrating if you go into it completely blind, because you'll waste a lot of money buying trees, planting them, and then eventually just kind of killing them. So obviously we still need to build a bridge to that island, but I would like to have the bridges built to Rice Island and Fruit Island by the end of winter, which I think is possible, because even if we are paying in full cash for those, they're going to cost us $15,000. If I keep it up with mining, that is going to be no problem at all, because I'm able to get a lot of cash from mining. And if I don't want to pay in cash, I can save a little bit of money by supplying some lumber. And I don't seem to have a shortage of materials in this season, just because we've had a few blizzards. And it's given us a healthy supply of branches and stones. I actually saw Witch Princess out here the other day too. It was late, I think it was like 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock at night it took me to come over here and see her. But she was actually outside, standing right over here looking at the ocean. I think it's the first time I've seen her outdoors. It was a little creepy. And I'm kind of running out of herbs for her. I think it'll last us right until spring. I know she likes the red ones better, but I'm saving at least 1 red one for her birthday, because it'll score me some bonus points. There's been a lot of snow this season, and I've tried walking into her hut at different times of the day to see if her hard event requirement of rain would also apply to snow, but that doesn't seem to be the case. I can't seem to get her heart events to trigger, so I do think that unfortunately we are going to have to wait until spring to be able to see the rest of her heart events. Oh, and Slater's home, which is perfect. I haven't given him a gift in a couple of days because he is now at the point where he's going to give us a sunstone for the 5th gift. Thanks as always. Oh, I found an interesting stone in the mines the other day. It looks like one of those sunstones you're looking for. Take it if you'd like. So we just have to obviously give him a few more stones, get his friendship sunstone. And despite the fact that I've been sort of talking to Isaac every day and giving him a gift, he still has not increased his friendship level, so he's still at 1 heart, which is a little frustrating. I feel like it should have moved by now. I would have really loved to get a 2nd sunstone. We just need 1 more and we can go and raise another island. So if I take our bridge over to Link Island, you can see that this is what Fruit Island looks like. We've got plots for trees, so each one of those squares we can plant 1 tree. And Fruit Island is located on our right. So yeah, you can grow quite a few trees on the island, which is really nice. We still need a bridge to Rice Island as well. And if I quickly go and check in at Chen's, I should be able to see if he maybe has fruit trees available for sale right now. Because raising that island rather should have triggered him selling them in his store, and it looks like it has. So he has peach seeds, bananas, apples, and grapes. So these are the 4 types of trees that you can grow. Peaches and bananas will give you fruit in the summertime, and apples and grapes will give you those in the fall. So you have to manage to pick 100 fruits off of 2 types of trees only, and they only give you fruits for 1 season. So I know a lot more about growing trees than I did the first time I played this game, and I'm hoping that if we get started early in year 2, it should make things a little bit easier on us, but trees take a lot of patience and a lot of work. So I hope that everything goes well with our tree growing. And I hope I have enough money to also pick up some rice seeds before the end of the season so we can start to grow rice in the spring. And that's kind of all I wanted to do today. I will probably be back tomorrow because we can talk to Mirabelle about some animals, and we have enough money on us currently that I don't mind throwing the money to get a bridge built. I might as well do it. There's no point in not doing it. It has to get done at some point, and I'm not really using my money for anything else at this moment. We'll also be able to go and see how much animals are going to cost us. And then the day after that, we have our Harmony Day Festival. So we've got a couple of more things to cover in the upcoming days. So hopefully you would join me for that. Thank you all so very much for watching, and I hope that I will see you next time.